prime implicants, essential prime implicants, and redundant prime implicants. Okay, so let's start that one. Can you see the screen? Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Lecture on digital electronics and logic design. In the
Yes, sir.
very good morning, students. Welcome to another lecture on digital electronics and logic design. In the previous sessions, we have discussed about the 4-variable K-map. Can you hear the voice?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Video voice వినిపిస్తుందండి?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And by using some problems, we have find out the reduced output of that given input. So in today's class, we are going to discuss about 5-variable K-map. That means here in this we have 5 inputs. Okay, we have 5 inputs. That means here 2 power 5 means we have the values ranges from, or the value will be from 0 to 31. 0 to 31. Is that one audible? Was that audible? Was that audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we have 32 possible outcomes or possible combinations. So here and the input variables will be equals to A, B, C, D and E. A, B, C, D and E. So with midterms M0 to M31. That means small M0 is nothing but SOP and capital M0 is nothing but POS. That means here we have midterms from M0 to M31, and in POS form we have M0 to M31, capital M0 to capital M31. Okay, so as I have already told you that it has a number 32 squares or 32 cells. Okay, so in order to make that 32 cells, we are using 2 blocks of 16 squares. That means we are using 2 4 variable blocks. That means each block is consisting of 16 squares, and the left block represents the midterms from M0 to M15, and in which A is equals to 0, and the right block represents the midterms from 16 to 31, in which A is equals to 1. Here A is 1. So see the 5-variable K-map can contain 2 squares, 4 squares, 8 squares, 16 squares or 32 squares involving these 2 blocks. So I'll go for the problem itself. See, for example, I have taken an example, that is F is equals to sigma M of 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 13, 15, 14, 15, 22, 24, 25, 28, 29, 30, 31 in SOP. So here I have taken 2 16 bits. That means from 0 to 15, 0 to 15, and from 16 to 31. As I in the previous one, I have told you that first 4 squares. That means first 4 midterms will be from first one will be from M0 to M15, and second will be from M16 to M31. In this M0 to M15, A value is 0. In this M16 to M31, A value is 1. See here. In this A value is 0 here, and that means from 0 to 15. This is from M0 to M0 to M15. In that A0 equals to 0, and this is from M16 to M31, in which A is equals to 1. Okay, see what they have given. they have given that sigma m is equals to 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 13, so that we have to post these things. So 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, okay, 7, 8, 9, 10 are not there, okay, 13 and 15, 13, 14 and 15, okay. So come from this point we need to go to the next 16 block, that is 22, M22, M24, M25, M28, M29, M30 and M31. So as I have already told you that we can make a group of either 2 cells or either 4 cells or either 8 cells or either 16 cells. So by grouping that one we are going to reduce that values. See here, first of all I have taken this 4 as an adjacent quad, adjacent group. So in this A equals to, sorry, here I can write like this, this is a B, C and D and E. The same sense here, BC and DE. As they have given us 5 letters, that is A, B, C, D and E. Okay. See, in these two things, in this box, in this block, A is common. That means here A complement is common. That means A complement. So coming to these two cells, coming to these two columns or these two rows, so 0 B is varying from, B is not varying from first one and second one, and C is varying from 0 to 1. That means C will be neglected. That means B complement. In the same sense, in this columns, see here, D is same and E is varying. That's why E will be replaced with 1. That means D complement. A complement is common here, A complement. So B value is always 0 here in these two rows. So B complement in these two rows, D value is 0 and E value is varying from 0 to 1. That's why D complement. So first of all I have grouped this one. So the next one is I have I have grouped these two things. These two. Okay. That means A complement, A complement, A complement. Here BC is common, B, C, and in this D is varying from 0 to 1. In these two things, these two cells, D is varying from 0 to 1. Therefore, D will be neglected and it will be E. Okay. So coming to this one, we can group these two and this two as a quad, 4 గా తీసుకుంటామండి. So by taking in these two things, A is varying, that means from A is varying from 0 to 1. A 0 నుంచి 1కి మారుతుంది, 0. ఈ first group లో A equals 0 and in this group A is equals to 1. Therefore A will be neglected, and see these two things. So B is changing from 0 to 1. In the same sense here also B is changing from 0 to 1. Then that means it will be replaced. That means B will be 0 and C is common for both these two. C and see this one. D is not changing. D is not changing. The complement is also not changing. Here also D is not changing and D complement is also not changing. That's why C, D, E complement. Okay. So again I am going for this one. I am grouping these 4 symbols, these 4 ones here. Okay. Here A is equals to 1. That's why A, and B value is not changing, B. In the same sense, D complement is not changing here. See, D is not changing and E is changing from 0 to 1. That's why D complement, A, B, D complement. Okay. So this one was also finished, right? Okay, I think 2 A complement okay. We'll go for this. So I can add this 4 because this one is not included in any one of them. If I have taken with this one singly, I have to write A, B, C and E, D, E. That means I have to use so many literals. So instead of that one, I have taken it as a quad, and that value will becomes to, so it will be A, B and C. Okay, it will be A, B, C. Why? Because here D and E are varying from 0 to 1 and 1 to 0, but B and and A complement BD. It is not here. Instead of that one, A complement BC. If we take this one as A complement BC E. This is not there because I have already written here. So A complement BC 1, 2, and this one is 3, and this one is 4, and this one is 5. That means instead of 15 literals, I have reduced this one to only 5 literals. Okay, so we are taking these values. For example, I have already used these two values for obtaining this quad, right? I have already used those two values for obtaining the quad. Yes, and I have already used this one for obtaining this quad. So only this one is left alone. So in order to reduce, if I taken this one, then ఒకటే కనుక తీసుకుంటే, if I taken that one singularly, then I have to connect 5 literals. For example, A equals to 1, B equals to 1, C is equals to 1, D is equals to 1 and E is equals to 1. That means A, B, C, D, E. That means I have to connect 5 literals. Instead of using that one, I have used or I have taken all these 4 as a one group. So that's why I'll get back to that one again. Okay, instead of using all these things, I have regrouped these 4 as a one quad. So then the reduced form is ABC, A, B and C. Why? Because the D and E is varying from 0 to 1 in each and every cell, and B and C is not varying along with A. Okay, so that means instead of using 15 literals, we have reduced it to only 5 literals. So coming to the next one, that is prime implicants, essential prime implicants and redundant prime implicants. Essential prime implicants and prime implicants. So each square or rectangle made up of a bunch of adjacent minterms is called a subcube. So I see here, can I call this one as a subcube, and this is a rectangle as a subcube? వీటన్నిటిని ఏం చేస్తామంటే subcubes అంటాం, and each of these subcubes are called as prime implicants. So these subcubes are also called as prime implicants. Okay, what is that? Prime implicants అంటాం. Okay, the prime implicant which contains at least one which cannot be covered by any other prime implicant is called as essential prime implicant. I repeat, the prime implicant which contains at least one, which cannot be covered by any other prime implicant. That means suppose for example here we can see that this one is not covered previously. For example, if you take like this, if you see the example here, they have given 0 1 sorry 3 4 5 7 9 13 14 15 3. Here we are not making it as a 3. చూడండి ఇక్కడ జాగ్రత్తగా గమనించామంటే ఈ 4ని ఒక క్వాడ్గా తీసుకుంటామండి. ఆ 4 గా క్వాడ్గా తీసామనుకోండి, ఇక్కడ అన్ని ఒక్కొక్కటి ఒక్కొక్కలాగా ఉంటాయన్న, విడివిడిగానే ఉంటాయి. ఓకే, ఇట్ విల్ బి అన్ ఇండిపెండెంట్ వన్. సో ఇన్ ఆర్డర్ టు మేక్ దిస్ ఇండిపెండెంట్ వన్ యాజ్ ఎ ప్రైమ్ ఇంప్లికెంట్, see here, an essential prime implicant, where is that one? Okay, the prime implicant which contains at least one, which cannot be covered by any other prime implicant, is called as an essential prime implicant. So here this 4 will not cover this one. That's why if we are covering this one with the other implicant, with the other one, then we can call this as an essential prime implicant. Essential prime implicant. And the prime implicant whose one is covered at least by one of the essential prime implicants is called as a redundant prime implicant. See here, this is essential prime implicant, and this is essential prime implicant, and this is essential prime implicant, and this is also an essential prime implicant. So in these essential prime implicants all are covered. The part of an essential prime implicant which are covered by a quad are called redundant prime implicants. Redundant prime, a prime implicant which is neither an EPI or nor an RPI is called as a selective prime implicant. That means it should not be either RPI or it should not be either EPI. Then we are calling it as a selective prime implicant. Okay, see here, f of ABCD is equals to AFCD plus ABC plus ACD. Okay, here they have written some wrong step. See here, I'll write here. Here in this problem, f of A, I'll change the color. F of A, B, C, D is equal to, they have given like this. I'm writing in a reduced man. That means sigma m of 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 13, 14 and 15. So this is the problem. That is f of ABCD equals to sigma m of 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 13, 14, 15. So see here, three, okay, 4, okay, 5, 7, 9, 13, 14 and 15. So we are grouping it. We are making a quad. See here, these 4 are adjacent. So those 4 are adjacent. See here, these 4 are adjacent. That's why I have made a quad. So this type of quad is called RPI, redundant prime implicant. So what will be the output here? See here, A value is varying from 0 to 1. That means A won't exist. B value is not changing, B. And in this 4, C value is varying from 0 to 1, and D value is not varying. That's why B and D. Okay, B, D. This the reduced form of this one. That means we are reducing these 4 literals, that is 5, 7, 13, 15 as only one literal with only 2 inputs. Coming to the next one, here we have 1, here we have 1, here we have 1, and here we have 1. So we need to reduce all these things, or we need to use all these things. So I have grouped this one first, these two. This is an essential prime implicant. That means it is only one. So in order to make that one as an, or in order to reduce that one, we are using pairing with the redundant prime implicant. So in this one, A is varying, A is not varying. That means A value is only 0, but B is varying from 0 to 1. That's why A complement. And CD is not varying. CD, A complement, CD. Okay, coming to this one, so here we have taken A is not varying and B is varying. That's why A complement and A complement. Okay, we are not taking these two, we are taking this only, this row only. So A complement B, and here C is not varying and D is varying. That's why A complement B CD. C complement, A complement B C complement. So coming to the next one, this is a next essential prime implicant, and here where AB is common and C is not varying but D is varying. That's why ABC. Okay, so coming to the next one, next essential prime implicant. Here 1, A equals to 1, B equals to 1, and A equals to 1, B equals to 0. That means B is varying here. Okay, that's why A, and here C complement D, C complement D. Okay, by this we can reduce that one, reduce the literals. For example, they have seen, see here, essential prime implicants, and the same problem here. Okay, but they have changed something. See here, they have given 0, 4, 5, 7, 11, 13, 15. 0, 4, 5, 10, 11, 13, 15. Okay, see, we don't find any quad here. We just find only essential prime implicants or SPI. This is just what we call essential. This is an essential prime implicant, and this is a selective prime implicant. This is also a selective prime implicant. These dotted lines represents selective prime implicants, and this rectangular represents an essential prime implicant. Okay, see here, we are pairing these two things which are adjacent with each other. That means here A is varying, A is not varying, and B is varying. That means A is equals to 0 and B is varying from 0 to 1. That's why B will be neglected. That is A complement, and C complement, D complement is common. So A complement, C complement, D complement. So coming to the next SPA, selective prime implicant, A complement B and C complement. D is varying from, here D is varying from 0 to 1. That's why A complement B, C complement. So again selective prime implicant, these two. A is varying, B is common. That's why B, C complement D. And again this one, selective prime implicant. AB is not varying, AB, and in this D is not varying, D, ABD. And the next selective prime implicant. In this two, A is not varying but B is varying. That's why A, and CD, ACD. So this is our EPI, essential prime implicant. In this A, B complement, and C is not varying and D is varying. That's why A, B complement, C. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Do you understand that one?
Yes, sir.